I figured I'd go live. You know what? I could do this here. Just put this here at my window and we could just say hello. I'm just checking in saying hello. So, as we know already, current condition winter, basically. I need to clean up my area. It's very difficult in my area in the transitional period. I was getting some messages. Anyway, I'm coughing. I'm in my secondary seed room. Yeah, I have two seed rooms. Anyway, so obviously I got to clean up my area, leaves, stuff like that. It's very difficult with the transitional period with the weather. It goes from summer to almost winter, like almost within weeks. Fall, most people's fall is several months. Mine is several weeks. And it rains a lot. Arsenic element. Oh, yes, New Jersey. You see more snow. I had snow on Sunday, by the way. I had snow a couple times already, but it was like it would melt before it would even hit the ground. So there's that. So I got to get my leaf blower. My most important thing right now is those 5-gallon buckets. I think I need more coffee. And if I had more coffee, I'd never shut up and this video go on forever. But anyway, yeah, because what happens is those buckets, they get very brittle and I'm going to have to buy new ones, stuff like that. People ask me what I grow out of. Well, 5-gallon buckets, also 15 and 25-gallon containers, and grow bags. Grow bags, I do like because it air prunes your roots. Hello, Kevin. Oh, by the way, if people want to follow my growth page and Hot Peppers Haven, I made that post yesterday and everything ended up working out anyway. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm just giving factual information that my mom is in the hospital. She's doing okay. And she fell, is what happened. She fell and hit her head. So the whole reason of making my post was not for sympathy, but it's for just to let you know orders might not get out yesterday. I got them out last minute. Tracking has been sent to everybody. James J. Arsenic Element, Kevin. Oh, one thing I was going to bring up is grow bags. You know what? As I stand here, I should, in every single room, I should have a notebook and a pen of future notes on videos I can do. So sometimes I don't think about things that people want to talk about. For example, grow containers. So possible videos. You guys want to see a certain video? Let me know, and I could do that video for you. Just on discussions. Grow containers. To me, there's not that much information, and I don't think it makes a great video, but I'm going to make some notes on here. Numbers on containers. Certain things, believe it or not, breaking things down very elementary. I think a lot of people don't understand and realize everything. Most people do, but I need to cater to the general public on the information, so I got to break stuff down. All right, let's go to comments real quick. James J says, my mother got a brain hemorrhage and died after a fall like that. I'm very, very sorry. I'm very, very sorry, James J. Very sorry. That's rough. Yeah, my father died 2 years ago. My ex died 5 years ago. One of my best friends died 2 years ago. I've been dealing with a lot of death lately, and my mom's not getting any younger. So I love my mom very very much, and try to be there for her. Walker Texas Peppers. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Walker Texas Walker. I'm sorry. I actually did it out loud. I I said Walker Texas Ranger. I'm so sorry. Walker Texas Peppers. I was not making fun of the name. I do apologize. I think I sent you something without a tracking number. You're the only one. If there's any issues, keep a note on that order. If there's any issues, let me know. I was doing it in a frantic hurry to get it out. So if there's any issues, let me know. You will know probably by Friday or Monday or something like that. Anyway, so keep a note on that Texas Peppers. Okay. What? This random note. I just made a note. One thing I'll mention in grow videos. I don't know if you know this. Believe it. Okay, this is what I do. I sit in the room currently where I'm at, and I sort seeds. And I was just telling some family members, sister, yeah, I have the great privilege of binge watching YouTube. So what I'll do is I'll watch instructional videos. Maybe I'll learn something. Sometimes I could teach them something. And I'm not mentioning the name of the channel or anything like that. I like the channel. I have not watched her. It is a female, but she does instructional videos, stuff like that. Her videos are decent. They're decent. Soft spoken lady. She's been doing videos for a very long time. She has a much bigger following than I do for YouTube. And one thing I noticed, she did a video. And you guys, if you watch enough instructional videos, you'll know the video. But what was it? Cottage cheese containers. And it was something else she was growing in. It was like, to start, instead of red Solo cups, she must have went to a restaurant or somewhere else. It was non-restaurant like. And there's a reason I'm getting into this. Not everything is food safe. The plastics, okay? Those containers out there, they're number 5, okay? There's a chart. Oh, that's right. See, this is actually my brainstorming. A plastic chart. So there's a chart, it tells you numbers. And the numbers are based on food safety. Is it really safe to be growing out of some of that stuff? I'm talking to the general public now, although I just have 8 people here, but it's crazy. Some of the stuff that people do in the general public absolutely blows my mind. Tincture is becoming popular. There's a guy who was selling tincture. This is not recent, folks, and he's not doing it now. Like I said, I'm in. This is where I sort seeds, so I need to clean up my table a little better. Wipe it down from the capsaicin oil. I breathe it in. Well, I don't have a mask on. So he was making tincture with rubbing alcohol. No joke. This is a couple of years ago. The guy's a nice guy. I will personally tell you he's a nice guy. He just didn't know better. Like, would you want to consume rubbing alcohol? No. He was actually doing that with tincture. And, one thing I would like to see a direction of, and I'm going to personally say, here's something a lot of people might not know, because the people watching me and stuff like that, I have a lot of people that watch me since the beginning, and I think that's really awesome. I think that's beyond awesome. But some of you guys have been watching me for a month or 2 months, 6 months. I started out as a hobbyist. So, yes, it's true. I started out as a hobbyist seller. I sold fresh peppers, stuff like that. And then I bought a company and then got into seeds and got regulated and stuff like that. But the reason I bring this up is to just simply break it down. Help one another. We all have to start from somewhere, and we don't always have all the knowledge. I'm still learning, and I've been doing this for my whole life. I mean, as a career, this is beyond a career, folks. This is a lifestyle. There's a job, career, and lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. So this is basically my morning ramblings. So I might make a video on this. I'm making notes. Video job. Messy writing, pickles. Job, career, lifestyle. And I'll get into that. I says stuff like that. So, containers, plastic, gotta make sure their food's safe. There was a lady doing instructional videos, and her containers were not food safe. I've watched so many instructional videos. I've watched them so much and made comments. Some of those guys are getting to know me, which is actually pretty cool. To me, is really cool. What else? So I want to get the comments. That's morning, Jimmy Speedy recovered. Thank you. You'll go blind. Yes. You'll shoot your eye out too. Good morning, Jimmy Prayers, Garden State Gardener. Thank you very much. And I'm getting to know you guys too, and I think that's really cool. Getting to read some XB Dog X, getting ready to send you some of them MA butterscotch seeds with those wild. Okay, that's cool. That was actually MA butterscotch was actually one of my exclusives directly from Matthew Arthur several years ago, but I really didn't get a tail on them. But that's cool. No doubt realized that recently. There's a lot of stuff that people don't think about. And in fact, even I'm even guilty. How are you supposed to think about everything? You think, for container. Also, I'm just going to make a general statement. I'm not going to get too much into it because this is not a container video. But containers have certain purposes. Grow bags are not good for Texas, Arizona, dry air because it's just going to... Man, I'm dying here. I do not have COVID. I sort seeds. I was putting seeds in bags. 10, 15 seeds per bag. It's not just 10 seeds. When the haters come out to play, they're all like, he only puts 10 seeds in. I'll try 10, 15 plus extras. But anyway, pointless. But I was sorting them in bags all night, and I didn't clean the surface, although I have Windex and paper towels sitting in front of me. So, just little things I'm going to make notes on. Let's see. Bruce Cook says, I got to pick several fully ripened peppers off my indoor plants yesterday. I picked more ripe ones yesterday that I have past months when they were outdoors. We starting as hobbyists as well for the love of the chilies. Yes. Oh, and that's another thing. I actually always wanted to do this, but I haven't done it yet. I want to go back in time and basically show my progress. Like questions I have for myself. When did I start Facebook pepper groups? I started in the beginning. And what I mean I don't know the year, but I want to show not necessarily proof, just content for a video, pre-record video or whatever. And my progress, I mean, it wasn't as big as this. I double in size every year. And there's more to the grow than this. There was more in the far back that I didn't always show. I would start losing signal, so I couldn't really go back there. I could share a little bit on camera, which I did. But yeah, so I started when, say, for example, for the Love of Hot Sauce group, I was there when there was only 100 members. Hot Pepper Growing Society, I'm no longer in that group, but that's okay. I was there, I don't want to say in the very beginning because I don't think I was, but I was there when there's only a couple thousand people. Now there's how many? 30,000? I don't even remember. 50,000? I think 50,000 people. I was there when it was like 1,000. But I wasn't in business the whole time. I was just a hobbyist. So we all start from somewhere. And I remember those days, and I remember those and learning. And I go back and I said, who helped me? Who was a mentor? You know, who reached out to me? Who threw me free seeds? Who did this for me? Who did that for me? Who made a deal? When I bought a fresh pepper box, who threw the extra one in on my birthday? Who did this? And I start thinking, and I say to myself, do I still talk to those people? For the most part, believe it or not, yes, I actually do. There's a couple people I used to ask a bunch of grow questions to. And I start to think, man, I wonder if I drove those people crazy with my questions, you know. So that's something for me to think about when people ask me questions. Hey, Pickles, reflecting upon myself, you were that guy who asked questions. So, you know, make sure you're always kind and good, which I am for the most part. A couple times I'm like, dude, gotta go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. I gotta wake up in a few hours. Or, yeah, I just don't have time for this. Is not the professional answer, which I have said to people, by the way. I say it every year. I don't mean to. And I can't believe my phone's almost dead. But Mr. Rambling. But I am also one person, though, too. So there's a reflection upon that. I do want to bring that up in a video as well. These live videos bombard me with questions. It's fine. Sometimes being bombarded with questions is very good. As long as they're constructive questions and not negative or trolling. Try to keep a positive attitude. The world is a state of distress since the beginning of time. Since the chimpanzee couldn't find the stick to eat ants out of the hill and then went to war with the others. There's been distress since the beginning. Did you get any snow yet? Moderate. Nothing layered. Bobby Walsh. Welch. Sorry. What is the Facebook you speak of? I have done away with that platform last year. Facebook. Facebook is, I yesterday there was a post. I gotta get out of this room because I'm coughing too much with all the capsaicin oil in here. Facebook is a great place for connecting with people, but it can be a very toxic place. It is also a place of misinformation. For example, what is my pepper? Worst post ever. Sorry. I'm becoming more blunt and pickle shooting from the hip. Pew pew. But yeah, it's the worst post ever. I try to tell people, you got to look through the lineage of the purchasing, and you, don't you have a copy of what you're doing, or map out your grow? But and then there's and my absolute favorite, the tabloids. People don't think of it that way, but it is. It's tabloids. And what they do is it's like news reporting on a scale, but I guess it has some value. Although a lot of the information's wrong, but what they do is, it's not just me. They pick the top 5 vendors and they bash them all day long, and they make campaigns. So Facebook is filled with positivity, connecting, cute puppy pictures. Check out my baby, which sometimes it's like, man, that's a lot of baby posts. Yeah, I get it. You got a kid. But, and then there's posts that could be misleading, like, what's my pepper? And then there's the tabloids. And then there's just standard good old fashioned posts. So it's the general public. Always keep in mind. I always say, don't bash Facebook. It's the general public. It's the same concept. Let me put it to you this way. Say you go into a restaurant, a very high-end, very busy restaurant, and there's millions of people in the restaurant. And you hear every people talking in the restaurant about politics, and you do not like what they're saying in the restaurant. Well, you have the option of walking past their booth and not talking to the people. But no, you don't do that. You stop and you argue. It's like, if you don't like something, I scroll on by. But I think people are lonely, and they're looking for companionship, sometimes in negative ways. So, holy crap. I really need to wipe down my table. I am so sorry, folks. I'm going to pass out from coughing from sorting seeds on this glass table. The whole point is, although you go to a restaurant or a club or a bar or a social event somewhere, although you might not get along with somebody, I wouldn't bash the establishment. However, Facebook can be rough. The rules need to be restructured on Facebook. I mean, there's people talk shit on my father on his funeral day. I had 100 people turn those posts in. They're still in existence. That's bullshit. I don't even want to say what I've seen. Pictures of dead animals, skinned alive, stuff like that. And it'll sit on Facebook for a month. And it's still, some of that stuff is probably still sitting on there. I just wish they'd have a little bit better security team instead of working on other advances. There, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. I would love to talk to Mark Zuckerberg on the phone. I'd probably try to sell him pepper seeds. I'd throw my business card at Mark Zuckerberg like a Chinese star. But anyway. Alrighty. I am going into a tangent like I normally do. That's not good. Any good groups not on Facebook? I don't know. So anyway, how many buckets do you have? Do you use the same soil in the buckets and add to it each year? I replenish my soil. And the soil I'm using is going in like potholes I have in the ground. I'm going to lift some of that grow, the weed block that you see, the black stuff. Deer will come in there when it's wet, and they'll lay down in there and put an indention pothole in there. So I'll lift some of that and I'll fill it in. But yeah, I replenish my soil. It's exhausted. I will reuse some of it for like my rock garden, stuff like that. Okay. I've seen bad stuff on there, but I say one wrong thing on Facebook, jail for a couple weeks. Yeah, I got suspended per year, 3 times a year. And it's getting worse. What was it? I dropped my link somewhere. Somebody asked me for my link and I got suspended. What was it? Just different things. Yeah, it's the computer systems. I don't even want to get into the computer systems. The analytics of it. I don't want to get into it, and I don't want to give my trolls ideas. But yeah, and it's not just Facebook. I've had issues with Google. I've had issues with various other websites that I've dealt with that I got flagged. But that could be trolls turning me in too. So, but anyway, hey man, I gotta go. I gotta take a quick shower, drink some more coffee. That'll help the talking situation. Stay positive, folks. Don't believe everything you read online. Okay, that's about my average. I'm sharing your link so they can choke on it, laugh out loud. Yeah. Hey, I noticed you have been doing that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, I have gone live for approximately 30 minutes today. I don't know when I'm going to start doing reviews again. I'm busy with inventory. I'm busy with my mom's health and various other things. But I'm working around the clock, folks. We're talking. I don't sleep. I take naps. So, 1, 2, 3, coffee. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because I need it. All right, check you guys later. Isolated Seeds, jppepperseeds.com. Oh, I like to answer every question. How many containers do I have? Over 3,000. A lot of them are put away. Much love, everybody. Have a great day, safe day. Love thy neighbor.